Hey guys, it's Terry. Going to give you an update here on the Blitzen 24 light controller. Um, there have been a lot of updates. The largest of the updates is over the air um, updating of the controller itself. Some of the things I'm just going to walk you through some of the recent changes that I've added. Speed and duplex for the Ethernet can now be configured inside of the browser. It comes up in automatic mode. Um, for best performance, I have it. You want to set it to 10 full, and you'll want to have managed switches that will set to 10 full. It just works better. I've also added DNS. Um, the uh, uh, the reason for the DNS is so that we can do these dynamic updates. It needs to be able to resolve host names to be able to get out to the internet. Um, we now have a test pixel set up over here, so you can take and flash individual outputs. It sets all of the pixels to whatever color you choose, red, green, or blue. And if they are misaligned, you can change the pixel order so that they come out correct. So it's a nice diagnostic feature to be able to get all of your pixels to RGB in case you have BGR pixels or some other weird order on your pixels. I think that may be one of the differences between the WS2811 and WS2812. That may have been one of the things that's different between the two. DMX output is now working. So you can have up to 4 DMX universes output. That output is available via a single RJ45 connector. If you must use ground, just ground it to the ground that's used for the power supply. You don't need ground. It's differential signaling. I don't know why DMX put that in there. Maybe it's a safety feature of some kind. I don't know. You don't need it. Um, so to bring it around here, we'll show you the over-the-air updates. So currently, this controller is running Blitzen 24 Edge 1.0 pre-release 3, and I have placed a pre-release 4 out there on the internet, or out there in blob storage. So go ahead and click the update here. And what this will do, this downloads the manifest file, and it shows you that this is what the manifest file looks like. It has the name of the firmware at the top of the list, and then down below that is all of the files that are associated with the upgrade. Now, something I don't have configured is I'm probably going to use events in JavaScript. I can't remember the exact name of it. So that it will update real time as things are happening. Currently, I don't have that, and so until the page completely renders, it does not display the output. So we're going to have a little bit of dead air here while it updates. But I'm going to go ahead and click upgrade my controller, and we wait. And whenever it comes back, it's going to have a listing of all the things that it's done. It takes it, just a few seconds to do everything. All right, here we go. So the first thing it did is it's found that the download directory already exists. It deletes any files that are in there. It skipped over any of the system files that are in there. It checked to see if there's a backup directory, and one of those did exist. It skipped over any of the system files that are in there. It's a bit verbose. That's something that probably can be taken out. So I found 16 lines in the manifest file, and it downloaded all of those files. And it moved from here is where it moves all of the operating files in the root directory to the backup folder, and down below that is where it moves, and it deletes those files, and then it will move the files that are in the or it will move all of the files that are in the download folder into the root folder. And the last thing it does is, a part of that process is, it copied the configuration file into the backup folder, and it copies that file back into the root. I could probably do some logic to look for an exception with that. I just didn't roll it into the method that I created for that. So we should be updated here, and one of the problems that we have that I've ran into with the Edge is you cannot power cycle the power to the SD card, and so that means that you, if you attempt to reset it, it will be in a hung state and will not boot correctly. I don't know what we've got to do to fix that. It would be really nice if we could have a pin that we could assign to power the SD card, so that whenever we went to do a reset, we could power that pin off, and do it that way. I know that we only have 64 I/O pins, and they're very precious. I'm only half kidding about that, because I've used almost all of the I/O pins on this thing, just because I'm using a parallel interface for the Ethernet. But it's awesome to have a 64 pin chip, by the way. So let me go out here and power cycle this thing, and I'll be right back, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I'm back. So I went and power cycled the controller here, and looks like it's back up. Let's go over here and take a look at our configs. And sure enough, our firmware is up to date. So there are no updates available for this controller. It is now running the firmware that it downloaded. And due to the weird problem we have with the SD card, I had to manually reboot it. I've been thinking that there may be a way that I can go in there and maybe dismount the SD card, or disable the pins on the SD card, set them to float, and then do a software reset. And that would fix the remote reset problem, which probably is worth trying. And I don't know if I'm going to do that in a pre-release or not, but we are definitely on 1.0 right here. Things are, really tight. There for a while, I had a couple of weird bugs where I couldn't figure out why the controller would lock up if I went and did certain things with the E131 settings. But that appears to all be resolved, and so coming up on 1.0 here real soon. I'm going to have boards available if you guys want them. I'll have them for sale. I will have complete packages with power supplies, enclosures, and everything you need to make it go too. If you guys are interested in that, I'm probably going to be putting them up on griswoldfx.com, because if I want, I know there are other people that are into the Christmas light display stuff, as well as people that do any kind of FX type stuff. These are good for that kind of thing. It's one of those things to where I need to build the tribe so that we can make this software better. I'm the only one doing it right now, but I'm not a good programmer, and this is definitely not code that should be used as examples. This is just me hacking my way through everything to just make it work because I just need it to work. Um, but so far, I'm pretty pleased with where we're at now with it. So we've got over-the-air updates going. We've got all of the niceties of being able to be able to test pixels without having to have the E131 stuff configured on on a computer or anything. You can just make it blink red or blue or green or white. Um, and if you have networking that is not managed, it has the ability to change it to automatic or 100 full or 10 full for the configuration. So I really do appreciate everybody on the forum's help with this. If it was not for that forum, I would not be here. I could not get this far. I'm using everybody's code. Um, we have John McPhalen's code in here. We have Kay's code in here. We have Cluso's code in here. Um, there's all these disparate places that I've pulled code from, and to build this thing. And man, it's really kind of cool um, to have these types of controllers configured, because most of the controllers you buy, basically they're built on top of either library on library on library, or they're built on an operating system. Like they'll have some type of embedded Linux in there, or they may just be running Linux, and or the other spectrum of that is like some of it's built on the ESP stuff, which is just unreliable as hell. And the other the other controllers I've seen, except for a few, people have to reboot them every now and then. They just have problems with them. And I haven't had any of those problems. And these things have gone through lightning storms, rain, snow, over 80 degrees of temperature change being out in the environment, below 0 Fahrenheit and over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And I haven't had to fool with it at all. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with everything. So anyways, guys, thanks for looking, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.